Hey, welcome to Down in the Dale. This is my Mounjaro Odessey that I've been going along. This is my 8th week. We're going to talk about my 8th week. I'm going to take my 9th shot today, which I am on going up, titrating up to 5 milligrams of Mounjaro in the fun and handy pen. So fun and handy. Oh, the bane of my existence, but it's awesome. So, my name is Shelly. Welcome to Down in the Dale. I think I said that already. I am 59 years old. I am 5'5". I started this crazy journey 9 weeks ago. So yeah, this is my 9th shot, 8 weeks ago, I guess. My starting weight was 287, and today I am 270.2. Hooray! That's a 2.5 pound loss from last week, right? Right. I'm looking at my notes. My little tracker that I have on my laptop, which took forever to come up today. Oh my gosh. So that's 2.2 pounds each week, but that's not how it went. The first week was a lot. It was 6.6 pounds, and then 1.1, 1.3, 2.9, 0.7, 1.3, 0.4, 2, and 2.5. And see, the last 8 weeks, I've been on the 2.5 milligrams of Mounjaro, and I was thinking that I would stay on that until, another 4 weeks. But I decided this past week, since at the end of the last 2 weeks, I kind of had like the food noise light, we'll call it, come back. It wasn't awful. And I probably really should have stayed on 2.5 another month, but I'm going to give 5 a try, and I'm going to stay on that one for as long as it works for me, which hopefully will be a long time. And, slow and steady wins the race. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, 2.5 pounds down this week is great. I'm very happy with that. What's been going on this week? Well, I went to the gym on Wednesday for another HIIT class. Woo, Mackenzie, the teacher in the class. She's great. She helps me modify some of the things that you do, because in a HIIT class, well, this one is 45 minutes and you do 4 rounds of the same exercise, 40 seconds each, and you have, I don't remember if it was 20 or 30 seconds in between each for a rest period. I run and get my water, I leave it right next to me. And then the first week, last week was the first one. So the first week I lasted through the first 4 rounds, and then I was going to leave, and she talked me into staying to the next round, and I did the first 4 of the next round, and I was over it. I was done. So I left after 31 minutes the first week. This week, I went back, did the 4. It was great. And then I knew I was feeling tired, but I said to myself, I'm going to stay for the whole entire time. Well, I did stay, but the first 4, I did them again, and then my back started hurting, my lower back. So I just kind of went to each of the 4 during the time periods and just walked in place or stretched or something during that time. Basically, I was trying to stretch my back too, because that did hurt. But I survived again. I lasted the whole time. That was really fun. I went again on Friday. I didn't go Monday this past week. I'm trying to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every day I've been doing a walking program that's between 8 and 15 minutes on my phone on another app that I don't like, but I like that they have this walking thing, so I'm using that until I did cancel it. So until my cancellation comes up, I'll be using their little walking program that they have. Just keep repeating it, or I'm sure that maybe they have something that goes a little longer than 15 minutes. We can do 20 minutes. Then try to go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday for sure I go. Monday or Friday I for sure go one day, but I want to get going 3 days a week. So at least am doing something 7 days a week. Be it short or not, it's fine. So Monday when I go, I do my little walking program at the gym, and then I try to do either they have lower body machines or upper body machines, and I want to do one day the lower body and one day the upper body. But if I only go one other day to the gym, that's not serving the purpose. Anyway, sorry, I had an itch. So I am staring out the window because it's a rainy day here today. It is Sunday, October 19th, by the way, 2025. I started this Mounjaro Odessey on August 24th of 2025. Quick recap. My highest weight was 311 that I remember. That was back in 2011. I don't know if that's the correlation why I remember it, 11 and 11. And then that was out in California, where I lived in California. And then my lowest weight in California, I got down to 230. And I moved back to Michigan in March of 2021. March 2021. And I was 230 when I moved here, and then my weight just slowly crept up, and I saw 301 on my scale, and I'm like, eh! And, you know, I've been going to the doctor since I've been back home, too, obviously. My doctor in California would be very proud of me for doing this, because he used to always try and scare me by saying, you know, you're pre-diabetic, and if you keep on this path, this will happen, and that will happen, and this will happen. And I told him, I love food too much, which I do, but... Anywho, there we go. Short, decided to take Mounjaro. Here we are. So this week, went to the gym. I'm trying to think what food I had. Oh, this is so crazy, but still farmer's market here. So I was getting baby Swiss chard from my friend who has an organic farm. And I've been sauteing that with either steamed dumplings or chicken with some sort of simmer sauce, like a tikka masala sauce, yum, or acorn squash or butternut squash. Those are so good too. And I've been eating those with other things. I went to Texas Roadhouse this week with some friends who were here from California on a college tour, taking their youngest to... They went to Northwestern, they went to Notre Dame, and then they went to U of M. So I met up with them in Jackson, Michigan, because there were no hotels near Ann Arbor. Ann Arbor's not that far from there, 40 minutes from there. Hopefully they found parking for the game. They were going to the game that day too. They had a tour of the college, and then they had a game they were going to. And another friend of ours, their daughter is a sophomore, so she was going to show their daughter around U of M. I'm an Ohio State fan. But anyway, I won't get into that right now. But Ohio State, OSU, go Buckeyes. OH! I heard you. Good job. At least I know my cousins did it, some of them. Some of them are Michigan fans also, but anyway. So... we went to Texas Roadhouse. We were going to go to another restaurant. We got there about 7:50 p.m. And they said it was going to be 45 minutes because the kitchen was so backed up. You know, we could see a lot of people in there. There were tables. I don't know if they just didn't have enough staff. But that was fine. And so I was telling them of all the restaurants, my restaurant knowledge of Jackson, Michigan, which currently is Panera, Chick-fil-A. There's a Chick-fil-A there now. And what's the other one that I like there? Oh my gosh. Panda Inn. Panda Express. That's it. Not Panda Inn. I went to Panda Inn, which is the original fancy restaurant that Panda Express came out of. It's fantastic. I used to also live right next to, right by a Panda Express test kitchen, which was great because they always had the new stuff and it was nice. Anywho, so I tell them there's a Texas Roadhouse, and the daughter lit up because I guess the not biscuits, but the bread rolls that you get at Texas Roadhouse are all over TikTok, and she's a big foodie, her and her dad. Well, their whole family are pretty big foodies. The dad was just in Madrid also with another daughter who goes to Tulane, and she's there for study abroad program, and they went to all these fantastic Michelin star restaurants. It was just amazing seeing that on their feed. Oh my gosh, all the yummy stuff they had. Anywho, so we went to Texas Roadhouse. I had a pork chop and broccoli, and I didn't have a single roll while I was there, which I mean I could have, but I had a big sweet potato. And I took a roll home. I had that when I got home. That was yummy for a little midnight snack or 10:30 snack or whatever it was time I got home. So that was up in Jackson. I was in Jackson again today with some friends. Hey, friends. You know who you are. We're up in Jackson to go to this flea market, which is billed as Shipshewana on the Road. Shipshewana, Indiana. They have, a whole town full of shopping. And so I'm sure this was it was just a flea market, seriously. It was the Shipshewana on the Road to get either the people who were having stuff there, had stuff there for sale, pay more, or the people to pay more to come in. I don't know. Anyway, it was fun, but we went to this great breakfast restaurant, our second time we've been up there with these two friends. I go sometimes to brunch on Sundays with them. And went to this place called West End or something. Let me see if I can find it really quick, because I really shouldn't say it because I don't want people to find it. Oh, my computer isn't working anyway. So anyway, it's by the Jackson airport, small airport. Jackson, Michigan is not that big, but it's bigger than my town. So it was great today. The last time I was there, I had an omelet, which was fantastic. And this time I got their cheesy hash brown casserole with scrambled eggs and ham, and I got toast, and I wish I hadn't gotten the toast. I ate 3 of the 4 pieces, and I should not have had toast, but I only ate like half my eggs and half my ham, which this is the last day, I'm taking my shot today, so I was really surprised how full I got, but those cheesy potatoes were so good. I didn't eat, I have a box for tomorrow for breakfast that I'm gonna have the rest of the ham and eggs and the cheesy hash brown potatoes. They were very good. Okay, so then we walked around a lot, so I got walking in today. That was nice, besides my little walking program this morning. So other things I want to talk about today, I have some apps that I really like that I've been using. Well, one isn't an app, it's my Apple Notes. I'll share a picture and you'll know exactly what I'm tracking there. So right now, you're seeing the picture right now, and you're not seeing me move my hands. Or maybe you are on the outside. Excuse me. Water. So I track that because, constipation is real. So you need to track. So I want to know if I'm going, how often I'm going. I know I'm not going every single day, but I want to know how often I'm going. So I know I'm going to have bad side effects, or not bad side effects, but you need to go. You have to drink a lot of water, fiber. I'm not getting enough fiber either, I know, but I do take 2 fiber gummies every morning. And this other app that I'm using called Me Again, which I'm going to post a picture here too, it tracks everything. It's fantastic. It's one of those apps where you take a picture of your food, and generally it knows exactly what you're eating. Sometimes I have to modify it. Water on my lip. Sometimes I have to modify it. But generally it knows exactly what I have. Like this morning, it said hash browns. It didn't have the cheese on it, but ham and scrambled eggs and toast. Didn't know what kind of toast. I didn't look. I mean, I had wheat. I didn't have white bread. I had wheat bread, but we'll see. So the Me Again app, and then you can put your shot in there. You put what location you took your shot, so you can rotate, because you need to rotate your shot locations. We talked about this last week or the week before. You can put it in the back of your arm, which I am never doing that, because I've watched people do it, and a couple of them screamed. Not that it was really hurtful, but It's like, oh, I'm not doing that. I don't want to do my thigh either. So I just do it on my stomach right around my belly button. We're fine with that. So I move it around in a little clockwise, and my tracker that I use online, that helps a lot. I'll put a link to my tracker that I have. I got it from another website. I'll link there, link it to them. And I really like it. It's easy peasy, pumpkin cheesy. So, see, I get in these little things. What was I talking about? Me again. So the Me Again will tell you how much medication you still have in your system, how, your shot is going down, like the half-life is midweek and then goes down a little bit more. So I really do like that app, Me Again. I've said that 100 times already. It tells you how much fiber, you've gotten from what you eat, your protein. I do pretty good on getting the protein in most days, but some days, no. Some days, yes. Most days, yes. Fiber, It tracks protein, tracks water. I don't know what else you can track on there. I mean, sometimes the thing shows me my calories and my fat grams and something else on it, but I don't really care about those because I'm not eating tons of food anymore, and I know actually I'm in a calorie deficit because I'm losing. Yay me. Anyway, so my app to track my little emoji, you'll see the Me Again app. And what was the other one that I wanted to talk about? This is why I didn't write it down on a note. Oh, I got a Renpho scale, which RENPHO. So that scale's kind of scary because it tells you all the things. And I know it's not 100% accurate. I mean, on the weight, it's really good. I have one through my healthcare system or my insurance. I don't know which it is, but they paid for Livongo. Now it's Teladoc. So I have my glucose monitor, my blood pressure monitor. I'm looking at them over there. And, I got a scale that's connected. So every morning I weigh every day. I get on my regular scale or my scale that I got through this, and then I get on the Renpho, and I always use the weight that's lower. It doesn't matter which one it is. Usually it's the Livongo one, not the Renpho. But the Renpho's the Renpho's probably more correct. I don't know. But the Renpho is really cool. I'll put a picture here of the things you can see. It shows your BMI. It shows your visceral fat, bone something, other something. You can see it all here. So the scary one on it is your metabolic age, which my metabolic age is older than I am. It's not a lot older. It could be a lot older. That would be really bad. But I'm looking forward to seeing that one come down. I'm already seeing on the scale, I'm already seeing trends where things are coming down. Like I think, again, I can't see it right now. I'll put a picture up, like I said. I think it's 6, my weight is already 6% down. I could be wrong. That seems wrong. I don't know. But anyway, I really like that. It's a pretty cool thing. Renpho, RENPHO. I actually got it from a seller in our town that has pallet returns from Amazon. So I got it for $8. Bargain. It was like $6 or something, and then there's a fee that they put on top of it because they have like an auction website on their online. You can go through bins, and you just have to look at everything in there. That would never be in there because they put the better stuff online, so that's always cool to see what new stuff they have every day for auctions. I've gotten some really cool stuff from there. Oh, I also have the Renpho tape measure, which I used it once. I had my mom help me with all the measurements, and then I didn't save it, and I just clicked it away, and I'm like, oh, and I did not feel like doing it all over again. So the only thing that I've measured again is my waist, and honestly, I cannot remember what it is right now. But I know that I am losing because my jeans, I think I told the story in the first week where I had been to the grocery store and I had to keep pulling my pants up, and then I got home and I had bags in my hands when I came in my door and my pants just fell down. I'm still wearing them. They're okay. But I have a belt now. Okay. So what else was I going to look at? I was going to look at my blood sugar, because generally I always just take it, if I take it once a week usually, I take it in the morning before breakfast, and I've never deviated from that. But lately I have, and I just wanted to say, it used to be like, let's see, why am I saying like? Okay, here we go. Let's get into the yellow. So this is, oh, I'm so blind. July 19th, it was 1:54 before breakfast. July 30th, 1:37. August 2nd, 1:47. August 28th. That was after I went to the doctor and got the Mounjaro prescription. Oh, I'd already started too. And it was 1:38. But then 9/7, it was 1:30. And then 9/7, 1:30, right? 9/12, it was 1:09. And that was before breakfast. And I think I freaked out when I saw that, because I haven't had it that low in forever. And then on 9/15, it was 1:24. 9:26, 1:26. And then 9:30, 1:06. And then I actually decided that I would take it after I ate. So you take it 2 hours after a meal. And this was dinner. And it was on October 3rd. I do not have my glasses on. And it was 1:78. And it was still in range. And I'm like, wow, okay, maybe I need to start taking more after I eat. Which, yes, is the answer. But I haven't since then. I've only taken it 2 more times since then. And they were both before breakfast. And one was 1:12 and one was 1:18. So that's pretty good. It says my average, but it's only using 2 because I think it just goes for a weekly average, is 113. So that's like crazy for me. And I think that's all the sum up stuff that from the week. So starting weight was 287. This week, 270.2, a total loss of 16.8. This past week was 2.5. Now it's time for my story of the week, which I should have said something in the beginning to keep people here till the end. I also didn't say like and subscribe. That helps, right? Always subscribe, people. I want you to see what I'm doing. And leave a comment. I'd love to see what you're doing, okay? If you're on a journey, I have quite a few that I follow, and I will follow you as well. Okay, my story of the week. This is another obviously Warner Brothers story, but I'm keeping the stories in clips that you can watch later in a playlist called Life in California. This is the day that Urkel almost killed me. I should have Googled his real name because Jaleel White. That's it, right? Jaleel White? I think so. I'm going to look and make sure I'm correct, and I'll put the little, yes, I'm right on the bottom. Anyway, they filmed the TV show Family Matters at Warner Brothers. They also filmed the movie Space Jam with Michael Jordan. I don't like basketball. Michael Jordan. And so when they were filming Space Jam, they had built him an outdoor, well, it wasn't outdoor. They built a tent with an indoor basketball court for him to play on. So last week, my story was about George Clooney at our fitness center playing basketball with my boss. And George would go play with him. All the celebrities that were on the lot at that time could go play basketball with him because they always did. And I worked in a building that's called the Bridge Building at Warner Brothers. If you've ever been there, it's on the corner by Forest Lawn Cemetery over there where Michael Jackson's buried. Anyway, so I worked in the Bridge Building, and we would go to the fitness center at lunchtime, me and a couple of girls from the office. And so we were walking back to our building from the gym, and I don't know why Jaleel White was over in this area, but he's driving a Range Rover, a big, huge black Range Rover, and he just comes it was like a 5-mile speed limit on the lot. Nobody ever went 5 miles per hour, but he certainly was not going 5 miles per hour. And he comes screaming around one of the sound stages and almost hit us because we were walking. We weren't like in the middle of the road or anything, but, and he's like, oh, sorry. And I'm like, Urkel almost killed us. There's my story of the week. So much fun. Okay. That's all. Again, like and subscribe. Tell me if you like my little stories that I tell at the end that aren't related to weight loss, but I just think they're a little bit fun. And like I said, I like to keep these nice and short, so we'll see how long this one is today. And that's it for this week. Stay tuned for next week down in the Dale, and I can tell you all about my titrating up to 5 milligrams of Mounjaro, which I will take later tonight. Okay, bye-bye.